Thank you for choosing our Patio Heat channel. I'm Steve. We provide tips and information to extend the enjoyment of your patio project. Our videos give you a knowledgeable overview prior to investing in your outdoor heating equipment. Whether you are a professional or owner builder, we provide specific details for optimum heat coverage for your application. Post a comment or question, or for developed visual designs, send your request into designs@patioheat.com. We're here to work with you. For over 30 years, patio heating is the bedrock of our business, expressing what works best. Now let's get heating. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this particular application. You can see we have a dining space over here and reclining space over here. This is Alumawood, I believe, on the top section here. So I don't have a complete answer as far as how much weight an Alumawood ceiling can handle. You'd have to talk to the contractor who installed it and or the manufacturer of the Alumawood itself. But let's go ahead and look at what we can do, or what I would recommend for placement of heaters. Let's go ahead and first of all look at the overall dimensions that I have. So overall dimensions, I have a 9-foot ceiling here. We have a 20-foot 6-inch section over here. And then we have a 20-foot 6-inch section over here from this edge here to this point there. We have a ceiling height of this apex here at 12'1", and overall I think it was 43 feet total. I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and turn that off and look at what we might be able to do. So one thing I want to show is probably what would not work, and the reason why I'll show in a second. These two would work here. These are slimline 4,000 watt units pointed straight down, and let's see if I have the distances on here. I don't at this moment, but let's put the distance apart from each other that I have, and you can see that the distance is about 8'4", and over here, and those are again are pointed straight down to the ground. Now, what I have over here is a wall-mounted unit here, as well as the beam mounted over here. So these are vertical surface mounts. And because of that, the bracket itself will only allow for a 45-degree angle. So from straight down to the ground, 45 degrees up is the maximum position it would take. And if we had those, and oh, by the way, I did make a section here. Call this the center point here to the inside edge of the post here, and then I centered the heaters here. But I also made it the same height as this beam here, centered within the beam. But again, if we turn the ray on, you'll see that a 45-degree angle over here is not adequate to heat up the space down below here, nor is it adequate to heat up the space right below the heater here. You need a 30-degree angle, and this bracket will not allow that to happen, so this is not something I would recommend, especially on this side here on the right. However, on the left, this does work out just fine, and it's up to you, that individual, whether they choose these over here or not. And they're roughly about 18 pounds a piece. So as far as can you mount them on the Alumawood surface, you'd have to again talk to the manufacturer and or contractor in order to achieve that answer. What I would probably recommend, however, and again the mounting is an issue as far as that's concerned, whether it can handle the weight or not, is probably the C-Series model. The C-Series 4,000 watt unit is perfect for this elevation height of 9 feet off the finished floor, and they're in the same position as I just showed before, centered within the patio structure here, and over here I have them on the same position from this point here center to this point here. That's the center of the heater, and then mounted on the beam going across here as well as over here. Now, the one thing that on the C-Series model is that anything above the heater, once you place it on a vertical surface and mount it at 30 degrees, you need to maintain a minimum of 12 inches of clearance. So I'm going to just draw a line right here, and let's see if I can do that here. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to bring it to over here. And we'll pop it right there, and we'll go 12 inches high just to see what that line would be. And you can see that that line is technically speaking outside of the clearance zone. So this would have to move down. Let's see how many inches I have it lower than. So that's 2 inches lower than what I had this unit here at, the same elevation. Now, to get exact location of what I have this at, let's go ahead and take a measurement here as well. If we can get that here. So the center point that I have to the finished floor, I have that at 8'11" 3/4, and this is 2 inches. I just dropped this down 2 inches lower so that I can maintain the 12 inches of clearance right above this edge over here on the ceiling portion here, which is fine, I think. And let's go ahead and look at the footprint of. And by the way, I do have these at, like, again, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, at 30-degree tilt towards the center point. So straight down to the ground, 30 degrees up. And let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. And you can see now that we're hitting the sitting positions much better at that 30 degrees. Now 30 degrees is going to be the maximum that you can actually go, but I think that would be ideal for this particular application here. Okay, and then this is the same as I had shown before, and this would be very well heated in this position as well. Now, let's just say that you determine that the only place that you can mount one of these units is either on this beam going across here or this wall. Again, you would have to move those heaters so that they are 12 inches. I'm going to just bring this over here real quick. It would have to be 12 inches below the ceiling point when mounted like this. So if I put this up higher and then dropped it down 12 inches, that's where the heater would have to be. And obviously mounting it on that surface wouldn't work because it would not have a component or a place to actually mount the unit itself. So that's why I'm not bringing this up as a example here. So let's go ahead and delete that and stick with what I'm showing here. And I think that's about it. All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. And if you would, please tap that like button. It really helps our channel, and it helps others find it so that they can get some assistance just like you. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.